Okay, I thought I would continue my videos about my experience overseas. I did a bunch on Iraq, East Timor, Afghanistan, and I thought I'd do some on Mongolia. It's not funny, I'm just thinking of funny things, that's all. Um, I'm not going to tell you everything because some of it's personal, but it all started, my trip up there, when I was in Arizona. I was visiting a buddy up there, and I was in the hotel casino up there, and I got an email come through from Rio Tinto, and they said, would you be interested in coming on up to Mongolia for a job as a senior contracts advisor? And I was working in Papua New Guinea at the time. And so I was sitting there and I thought, why not? I haven't been to Mongolia. Long story short, they sent a, excuse me, they sent a contract through, which well, it was okay. It wasn't too bad. So I said, yeah, what the hell, I'll do it. So I headed off, long story short, I headed up to Mongolia. I normally do my research when I go to a place, but I thought, well, Mongolia is not a war zone. We got no enemy combatants there. Excuse me. A tickle in my throat. COVID-19, there you go. And so, hence I went on up. But again, I hadn't done my research. Business class flights all the way. Went Brisbane, Australia, up to Hong Kong. Hong Kong, the next day into Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar. And I arrived late, early evening, with some other people returning to Mongolia for work, Australians that is, and a few South Africans. And they booked me into the hotel. I went to the hotel. It was starting to get cold up there. So it was February, 2018 February. And it was cold. Anyway, they booked me into the hotel. Not a bad hotel. So you're kind of trying to get your orientation. Where am I exactly? My upline boss had sent me an email to give me directions to the office for the next day. So I woke up, had breakfast that morning, changed, went out. He didn't say what time. I'm pretty sure he didn't say what time I had to report to the office. So it was. I got out fairly early and headed off up there before 9, I think. And I was heading in the right direction. And lo and behold, across the road was my upline manager. And he saw me and he said, "You, Alan?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I was just coming down to the hotel to grab you. He said, come with me, let's go to," because they had 2 tower blocks. They were working out of Rio Tinto, one uptown, one down. So we went back downtown, it's just a 5-minute walk, and sat and had coffee and something to eat, and chewed the fat about the company and what it's up to and what they do, blah, 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 and then headed off into work for the day, which consisted of reading their guidelines and contracts governance, and then being introduced to the folks there. Huge office area, big. It was open plan with offices around the edge, and right up on the, I think it was 23rd floor. Someone's going to correct me and say no, it was higher, but I think 23rd. And great view, fantastic view outside, windows all around. Wow, nice view of the hills and around the city. I could see I hadn't moved into my apartment yet. I was still in the hotel. So I met a number of folks there, and went back to my hotel. And then I got a call from HR, transport and accommodation, and they said, look, we've got well, let me take a step back. My boss was saying shift in with this other Australian guy. His name was Alan as well. So 2 Alans together, not a bad thing. He had an apartment to himself, but it was, what I understand, was pretty much empty. Wasn't a lot of stuff, furniture and stuff in there. And Alan lived pretty Spartan. And he said, my boss said, you can shift in with him and share the apartment. I said, really? Yeah, do what you got to do. Little did I know this other Alan was a party animal too. So pretty glad I didn't, or would have probably got into a lot of trouble. Anyway, another work colleague, I won't mention names, but another work colleague said, no, you're, as a foreign employee, you're allowed your own apartment, and you need to call transport and accommodation and tell them to recheck your contract, which I did. Luckily he said that, so I called them up, and they said, you're right. I said, ooh, you sly dogs. My boss was a sly dog. And anyway, well, he probably didn't know, to be honest. He didn't read contracts, not personal employment contracts. So they looked for an apartment just up not far from work. It was perfect, just perfect for me. Had everything, and I was surprised when I got it. It had satellite TV. Me being a Fox News guy, I had Fox News, so I could and it's sport and movies, and yeah, it was good. And it's right across the road from a French restaurant, which I like, and a Mexican restaurant. 5 minutes the other way up the road, cigar lounge. I thought, oh man, this is too good. And then, not even a 10-minute walk to work. And so I was really impressed once I got my own apartment. And that took maybe 2 weeks, because they kept making mistakes. And we got your apartment? No, we don't. We got your apartment? No, we don't. Third time, like, we got your apartment. I said, okay, let's do it. So I moved in. So awesome, enjoyed it, loved it, and I'll say more in the next video, because I don't want to keep these videos going too long. I'll keep them short. So my first impressions of Ulaanbaatar, anyway, were great. Hey, this is okay. A little bit of exploring. Found more restaurants around the place. Cuban American down the road, and Chinese and Japanese, Korean, whatever you wanted. They had gym workout gyms for working out. For me, it was great. Bodybuilding. They had multiplex theaters, high definition, big screens, all that sort of thing. Wow, cool. Bars. One of my favorite restaurants, the Mongolian restaurant, which was in the tower block. Yeah, it's really cool. That was really nice. Loved it. They had great steaks, great salads, French fries. Had to be careful, man. I was packing on the weight. But I was working out heavyweight. Well, as heavy as they had at the gym. But I'll put that in another segment, my workout routines and what I was doing. But first impressions, interesting. And what I did notice was everyone dressed immaculately. The woman, chic, smart, looking very well groomed, well dressed, perfect. The men, suits, nice cashmere, 3/4 coats, business coats, look really, really good. The only thing for me was nothing fitted me there because of my size. Anyway, I blew up to 128.5 kilos. So anyway, next video, I'll call this Mongolia 1 introduction.